Hi YouTube, Helsinki Rocks AGF here with a new video. This is going to be a pickups video. I've actually picked up a lot of stuff on a lot of different mediums this video. So this is more of less of a games pickup and more of a general media pickup. And we're going to jump right into it with some DVDs. I got classic albums, John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. I'd actually watched this on YouTube quite a few times. It was on sale on Amazon for $3, so I just threw it into one of my orders. And it's a great documentary and it's a great album. You'll see more of this later on. Another documentary, All Together Now, a documentary film based on the Beatles' Cirque du Soleil show Love. I haven't actually seen the show, but I do have the album, and I didn't even know this documentary existed, and I picked it up for like $5 at a dollar store, and it's pretty interesting to watch, and I haven't watched all of it yet, but it's pretty good so far. It makes me last DVD. You got John Lennon and the Plastic Ono Band live in Toronto, 1969. It's a documentary as well that just happens to feature most of the performance in the show. It's an interesting show. I know a lot of people don't like Yoko Ono, and I'm not a big fan of her myself. She sings on some of the John Lennon songs, but it won't bother me, and it's one of the few full shows he did after leaving the Beatles, so it was worth owning just for the historical impact of it all. I did get another movie. I don't have a player for it, but I was really excited when I saw it. On Laserdisc, we have Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. My friend, the drummer of my band, showed me this movie back in the day, and Laserdiscs are interesting. He showed me this on VHS, and then I have the DVD and Blu-ray. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I seen it on Laserdisc, and I just had to have it, even though I don't have a Laserdisc player. I guess next I'll move on to CDs. There's not a lot of CDs here. The band Him. This is their newest greatest hits album, XX, 2 Decades of Love Metal. Big fan of theirs. They were my favorite band, probably from 7th grade up until like my junior year of high school. And I still like them a lot. I don't normally buy greatest hit CDs, but it had a new recording, and I just decided to grab it. I got it for real cheap at a used store. Pretty good album. I love Him a lot. I got another Him album, a live album from 2008. This is Digital Versatile Doom. I've been wanting to pick it up for a while, but I just never really saw it out, and I just had a few extra bucks to spend. It's a CD-DVD combo. The DVD is in my DVD player. I think I found it for $12 on eBay, so I grabbed it. Pretty good show. I haven't checked out the whole thing yet, but I have watched some of it. I also got John Lennon Double Fantasy Stripped Down from the 2010 remaster series. Anyone watching this probably knows I'm a big Beatles John Lennon fan. It's a really cool CD. After I finish all the Beatles CDs, which I only have 5 left, I'm probably going to pick up his solo albums, which I only need a couple more. And then on to some actual Beatles CDs, I got Help. These are all the new 2009 stereo remasters. Help's a pretty good album. Out of the ones I've bought lately, out of the ones you'll see, it's probably the least favorite one, but it's still got some good tracks on there. Oh, how could we go talk about the Beatles without their debut album, Please Please Me? This actually, I hadn't really listened to it much before, apart from their originals. I hadn't really listened to the covers. But typically what I'll do is sometimes I have to take my fiance to work when it snows real bad. And so I usually go out and buy a Beatles CD, and I will listen to it all the way through without skipping songs, no matter how much I hate a song. And I can usually listen to about an album before I get home. So I've ended up liking it a lot. There's not too many songs I don't like on here, and it's a really great album. This is one of my favorite Beatles albums that I hadn't really listened to apart from the title track before I picked it up, and that's Hard Day's Night. But after listening to it, man, I think Hard Day's Night is probably my second favorite Beatles album. It's a crazy good album. I'm Happy Just to Dance With You is an awesome song, and really, I think, sums up the early Beatles really, really well. Crazy good album. The last Beatles CD I got is not part of the 2009 remasters, but I wish it would have been, and that's Let It Be Naked. I like the original Let It Be a lot, but I think Let It Be Naked gets to the point of the album, and it is a better track listing. It's more concise, it's more simplified, but I feel it's a much stronger album, even if just because of the inclusion of Don't Let Me Down, which is an awesome song, and I'm not quite sure why it wasn't on the original album. But it's a 2-disc set. I haven't checked out the other disc yet, which is Fly on the Wall disc, just featuring like some studio banter or outtakes or whatever. And we'll move into more music. Start with vinyls. I did get a lot of vinyls. This actually, it's first from the Joy Finders. This is gospel music. I'm not religious and I don't listen to gospel music, but my girlfriend, or I should say my fiance, her grandfather, he passed away about a month and a half ago, and this is him, and no one in her family had a copy of this, and we actually found it at Goodwill, of all things, so I had to buy it for her, just because. And then Julian Lennon, Valouette, I believe this is his first solo album. I haven't got to listen to it too much, just the first couple of songs, and I have to say he really sounds a lot like his dad in terms of singing, and he looks just like him too. I haven't got to give it too much of a listen yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. The Best of the Doobie Brothers, I got this for like $1 at a thrift store. Unfortunately, it skips on the first song, on the first side, which is China Grove. It gives into a loop. That sucks, because I really like China Grove, but all the other songs work out good, so it's good to have Doobie Brothers. Next up, I have sister albums. Flipper's Love, which is a studio release, and Flipper Fight, which is a live album. Got these both for really good. They're both basically brand new. Haven't got a chance to listen to them yet, but I like Flipper a lot. These are the two albums with Chris Novoselic of Nirvana playing bass on them. Really excited to listen to those. Complimenting the CD I got the regular John Lennon Double Fantasy album. It's in excellent condition. It doesn't look like it's ever been played, so I was pretty excited to grab that. Great album, by the way. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band, which I got the making of DVD. This is a really good album. It's incredibly underrated in terms of his solo work. I know a lot of people on the internet seem to like it, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people outside the internet remember this album, and it's a shame because let's look at the songs. Let's look at the track list because it doesn't have it on the back. Mother, Hold On is probably my favorite song on the album. Working Class Hero, Isolation, Love, God, it's a great song. I mean, it's just a really good album, and I wish more people, would know about it. A lot of people know Imagine, and that's it, but Plastic Ono Band is an awesome album. And the last LP I got, The Beatles' Let It Be, the original one. I did buy this brand new. This is from the 2009 remasters on like super thick vinyl. It's pretty cool. It sounds really great. I still don't like it as much as Let It Be Naked, but I'm not going to get a Beatles vinyl collection. I just picked this one up because it's probably still my favorite Beatles album, but I just wanted to have it on vinyl. But I also did get some singles, the 45s, and I did order sleeves to keep the records in, so they don't get scratched up any more than they are. They haven't come in yet, but I have ordered sleeves for both full albums and for the 45s. We got The Doors' Touch Me with the B-side Wild Child. The Doors' Riders on the Storm with the B-side Changeling. Sorry, I couldn't read that upside down. Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks with Put the Bone on the B-side. David Bowie's Fame with the B-side Golden Years. Fame was actually... John Lennon actually has a writing credit for Fame along with David Bowie, and he also does backing vocals on the song. We got Nobody Told Me, one of the John Lennon singles from the posthumous album Milk and Honey, which is a great song. The Beatles, I'm Happy Just to Dance With You, and then John Lennon just like starting over with Yoko Ono's Kiss 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 on the flip side. Now, I just got one more thing before we get into the games, which I know that's what most of you are probably here, so these movies and music and stuff probably bore you. Book is a controversial one for most people probably watching this who are Americans. I got George Bush's Decision Points. I paid $1 for this at the thrift store, and unlike most people, I don't outright hate George Bush. I know this happens a lot with the president. When you look at a president in their office term, generally most people tend to hate them, and they will stay that way until the people who were there alive when it was happening, they'll tend to look back on presidents and say, we judged this guy a little too hard. He actually wasn't as bad of a president as we thought. It's happened time and time again to presidents like Jimmy Carter, and I think Bush is going to be one of those presidents that, he had a difficult job as president, and so a lot of people don't, they always judge it on what they would do or, whatever. So I figured it'd be interesting to actually get his unabridged take on pretty much everything, and I'm actually really hoping to read it. And last up, we have the games. Alright, first up we'll start off here with a big PC box. This is Interplay's 10-year anthology collection. It comes with the games Wind Shadow Task Times, Tales of the Unknown. This is the game I bought it for. Wasteland, Dragon Wars, Battle Chest, Lord of the Rings, Castles, Star Trek 25th Anniversary, and Out of This World. Yeah. You open it up. You have the game, CD. You've got this like little book here, which tells you about all the games, like just general quick thing about them all. And for some reason, has a copy of the Lemmings PC manual. So when you buy things used. And then it's also got this book, which is giant, and it basically just tells you like the story. It's got the story and the controls and how to play and tips and tricks and guides and just all kinds of crazy stuff. It's actually the thing actually came off. The glue just completely dried up and it just came off, so that's funny. I haven't got a chance to play on these yet. Most of the stuff I just got the other day. We went out of town and I picked up a lot of stuff. We got on PC. A lot of PC games this time. Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, which I love. These are awesome games. Haven't got a chance to play them, but I have them from a good old game show. Those are just mostly just to have. I got the Making of Fallout 3 DVD from the Fallout 3 Collector's Edition. I paid $1 for it. That was pretty interesting to watch. I mean, it was about an hour long. I did not pick up Skyrim, but I have been getting the DLC on the PS3, and I've bought it all, and I've finished Dragonborn, and I got all the trophies for Hearthfire, so pretty cool. I started up Dawnguard. I haven't got very far into it yet, but that's going to change soon. And I don't remember, I might have mentioned this in a previous video. I don't remember. My stepdad actually gave me Assassin's Creed 3. He played it, and for some reason he got stuck or whatever, and he just gave it to me. I might have mentioned it. I might not have. But if I did, well, and if I didn't, here it is. Then I got the Beatles Rock Band. Cool game. I love it. It's kind of easy, but it's really easy on hard. But if you bump it up to expert, it's like almost impossible. It's like not very balanced in terms of its difficulty, but it's still cool. I'm glad to have it. These last two actual games I got disc only, and one of my friends from a forum I go to printed me off these custom covers from Cover Project, and because I don't have a good printer or good paper, and these came out really nicely. This one's not as good as the other one, but it only had one custom cover, and I just had to roll with it. That's American McGee's Alice. Unfortunately, I can't install because it doesn't have a code, but the case looks really good. See, it's in a double case. But I paid $1 for it, and I couldn't complain. And the other one, which I'm really happy with how it came out, was also $1. It's 3 discs. It's the Morrowind 3 Game of the Year edition. This one came out really nicely. It's a 2-disc case, but I keep the 3rd disc just in here. If I just kind of set it gently on here and close it, I have started it up. I'm not very far into it, but I'll give you more details as I play more into it. We're almost done. We just got 3 things left to show off. We got 2 issues of Expert Gamer. We have January 2001 and April 2001. It's just like some kind of mix of tips and tricks magazine and like news and stuff. It's pretty interesting. I mostly got it because this one has an article on Shenmue and this has an article on Shenmue 2, and it's got Skies of Arcadia on the back. So we got some good stuff, and I'm sorry if you can hear that car coming up my driveway. People here don't know how to drive at all, so cool. Then the last thing I got is actually a controller, and it's one I've been wanting to pick up for quite a long time. That's the Saturn 3D controller. I got a pretty good price on it. The analog stick feels really weird. I wasn't expecting that, but apart from that, it's a really comfortable controller. I've enjoyed it on every game I've played with it. I can't get over it. I can't go back to using a regular Saturn controller. This thing is just so infinitely better in its design and in its comfort level. But guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry there was a lot of non-game stuff, but I like media a lot, movies, music, books, whatever, in all of its forms. So, unfortunately, sometimes games get buried, but I'm sure you guys like music and movies and, books and stuff too. So, a few details about the contest. Almost there. I'm like this close to having 200 subscribers. So, if you just help spread the word, I only need like 10 more. If you help get me 10 more subscribers, I'm going to throw up the contest, and I'll probably give away a couple things. Not sure what yet, but I might even give away Assassin's Creed 3 and some other stuff. Who knows? We'll think about it once I get 200 subscribers. But guys, I want to thank you for watching. Sorry if this is a little long. Take care. Bye-bye.